Hey you guys, Desmond here,
And LaCresha.
and welcome back to the channel.
Ooh.
And today we are here to discuss the grand finale of Series 5 of RuPaul's Drag Race
Ooh.
UK. Before we get into it, I want to remind everyone to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And while you're at it, make sure you go over to our Patreon and show us some love. We have 2 different tiers that have a lot of fun videos already posted and ready for your consumption. So, LaCresha, what did we
Hmm.
think of the finale? The season as a whole. Let's do that. A season as a whole for Series
This
5.
was a really good season.
Honestly, this is one of my favorite seasons. I'm gonna be honest
Yes,
with you.
very much so.
Um, I think it's UK 2 is still number one for me, and
Mm-hmm.
then like UK 5 is like right under it. Like this was a
Mm.
great season, and the fact they had so much against this season. Excuse me. There was so much that went against this season, and they were still able to turn out a fun and great season. Now, granted, RuPaul made some questionable choices.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, it is what it is at this point. I guess we got to get used to RuPaul's
New dynamic.
the decisions that Ruby making, thinking RuPaul knows what we like. But anyway, let's get into this final episode. It shouldn't take us long to cover this. It was right after Dee Dee Lish's elimination. They come into the
Mm-hmm.
workroom. They say they're going to miss her. They wipe away the message. They sit down and congratulate Michael for getting their third win.
Woo.
And then they also talk about the Vicky Vivacious moment again, which that was a moment. That was the moment of last week's episode. I'm
Right.
like, get her, get her, Jade. So it's the next day in the workroom. They're sitting down. They're talking about their badges. And
Mm.
the alarm goes off, and we receive our final. Ooh, RuPaul, I'm so sorry. We receive our final Ru mail of the season. I'm sorry, Ru.
What did you say?
Huh?
I said, what did you say?
No, this screenshot of the Ru mail. I'm so sorry, Ru.
Oh,
I am
Jesus.
so sorry. Like, forgive me. This is terrible. So RuPaul came into the workroom. Looks like her pajamas again.
Mm-hmm.
But I saw the shoulder pad, so I'm like, okay, well maybe. But then again, RuPaul loves the shoulder pad. Why I don't know. It just
Because
shows.
she was there in the 80s. That's why.
That's what I was going to say. RuPaul showing that age because she can't let go of them shoulder pads. But that's all right, honey. That's all right. We still love you. And RuPaul announces that this week for their final Maxi Challenge, they'll be shooting a music video to her song Spotlight, where they also have to record verses as well.
Mm-hmm.
I was worried in the trailer. I'm like, no, I want verses. They still did verses.
Look, the funny thing is you sit there and you say Spotlight, and I don't think about RuPaul's Spotlight. I think about Jennifer Hudson's.
Well, obviously, because that's one of my favorite songs of hers. But when she said Spotlight, I knew which song because, we watch so many seasons of Drag Race. We've heard it used as a runway theme for several international seasons. But
Mm-hmm.
again, out of all the songs, Spotlight, Mighty Love is
Right.
right there. Dance with You
Mm.
is right there. Fly Tonight is right there. Like,
ASMR Love is right there.
hopefully we get that for like maybe All Stars next year,
That's what you are, baby.
or we can get it for the main series. But RuPaul typically drops a new album in January, typically on the day that the season premieres. So it
Mm-hmm.
might end up being a song off there. But then again, we got Blame It on the Edit last year, and that was off the last album. So maybe we'll get ASMR Lover. All
Let
right.
me edit.
So they had their little Tic Tac lunches with Rue and Michelle. And one thing that they
Mm-hmm.
did that I want them to continue doing, they brought in their
Mm-hmm.
loved ones. I love that.
Yes, that was great.
That was great. I was like, oh, now we get to see these people they've been talking about all season. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, yeah, it's cute when they get a little, video from home, but like the fact that they actually brought them in, I love that.
Mm-hmm.
I love every piece of that. So we got to see Ginger's partner, we got to see Michael's partner, and then we got to see Tamara's mother. I loved it. And I
Mm-hmm.
just loved their reactions when they saw each other. Oh, my favorite one was when Ginger's partner Ben came in.
Mm-hmm.
And RuPaul is like, "Do you see how many repeater badges Ginger has?"
Yes, I'm so proud, and I'm not surprised.
And then when Ginger said, "I won Snatch Game," that was just like Ben's biggest, like, oh, that must have been a conversation they had, was they were worried about how
Mm-hmm.
Snatch Game was going to go. But that would be like if you would have came in for me, and like that would have been like my first thing. I'd be like, "Bitch, I won Snatch Game." Or
Well, they
bitch,
probably would have brought your mom in.
oh no, don't bring her in there. I love her, but keep her here in Texas. Like, if I were to step into the world of Drag Race, I would have my point of contact be you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because Destiny doesn't fully understand the drag world like you do.
You're
So, like,
right.
I would want, like, if I'm finna have a moment, I need to speak to somebody who knows
Right.
what
What
is
it is you're
happening.
going through and the effort you're putting in.
Yes.
And I'd be up there like, oh my God, it's wrong.
Like, imagine you sit down.
You're like, I would come next time.
Like, imagine you pop up.
I know how to sew.
And that's exactly what I was gonna say. Like, imagine you come sit down, and my first thing is, "Bitch, I won the ball.
What?
I won the snatch."
Sorry
game.
for all the people with headphones.
I'm gonna say I won the design challenge. Me,
What? How you pull that off? What hot glue gun did you use?
the same one Ben LaCresha used. Okay, but anyway.
Oh my goodness. Look, and you can do it because I've made Christmas stockings out of hot glue and fabric.
But yes, I really love this. RuPaul, continue to do this, and other franchises, please pick this up. This is cute. I
Yes.
love this. So let's get to the final performance. Up first, we have RuPaul on the main stage. What did we think RuPaul? What did we think of RuPaul's look for the grand finale?
You know, there are parts of this outfit that I absolutely love.
Mm-hmm.
There's just something about that bottom part. Like, if it wouldn't have gathered on the sides like that, I think I'd have been like, yes, mama. If it had just been straight and just flowed when she walked, I'd have been like, yes. But because it was short and it gathered on the side, it looked frumpy to me. Other than that, it was like the dominatrix got in grandma's closet.
For me, I love this look. Like, it was so good. I loved every second of it. The way it flowed, I didn't mind the way that it bundled up there at the front. It didn't bother me. And baby, this little corset number. Okay, RuPaul showing thigh. Let me correct myself. Showing upper
Look,
thigh.
because I'm jealous of them thigh highs. I'm about to get into a cobbler class because I want to make me some thigh high boots.
Like, I'm like, okay, Ru showing body. Showing body. You should have showed yourself up in that music video, but we'll talk about that here in a second. Alright, so we are joined by just family tonight. Michelle Visage, Graham Norton, and Alan Carr. So now,
I have a problem with Michelle's hair.
with Michelle's hair, I like it. What you know like?
I think it's just because it's that ashy gray instead of the shock white gray. If it had been like the shock white gray in the front and then straight black all the way down, but I guess she's getting older and the gray is spreading. So, yeah.
Well, I likes it, Michelle. So now it's time for the
Graham
music
Norton.
video for Spotlight. Again, another bad screenshot. But RuPaul, you...
Stop talking, RuPaul.
Like, RuPaul, what is this? You could have showed up in the actual music video. You remember the earlier seasons of Drag Race? Like the first, 5 or 6 seasons? RuPaul was actually there with them shooting the music video. Not RuPaul.
Right.
And on the same screen doing the room mails talking about spotlight, spotlight, baby, come on. If you don't get your tail in drag and get into this music video, I was like, ma'am, no ham, and no turkey. I don't like that. But anyway.
Okay, no ma'am, no ham, no spam, no turkey.
None of it. So let's start off with Ginger Johnson. What did we think of her performance and her verse?
Her verse was all Ginger.
It was extremely Ginger.
It was very much Ginger. And like once she got comfortable, once she had permission to be herself, she turned it out for her.
I think she did
in
a great
her own
job.
Ginger way.
I do think she put Ginger into it because Ginger's not a sexy character. So she brought the comedy, she brought the funny. I really enjoyed it, and I'm so glad the choreographer and the director was like, "No, go into that. You don't have to be the super sexy like the other two are. Be you. That's what's got you here. Be you here in this final moment." So yeah, moving on to Michael Maruli. I think Michael had my favorite verse of the three.
Yeah.
I think what Michael got on the head.
I don't know. I don't like it. It looks like they took tinfoil and then put a ponytail at the end.
Yeah, I didn't care for that. But the rest, goody. And then we had Tamara Thomas. Baby, she ate this up.
Mm-hmm.
Ate this all the way up.
Ate the video up.
She had the best.
Yes.
Like,
she had to show out for that fine man that was directing.
Yeah, because that used to be her dance teacher.
I know.
I thought that was so cute. I'm like, small world.
Okay, he was like, oh. And then you could hear a little hesitation in his voice.
Because he wasn't sure.
Because I was like, okay.
That is you, right?
Right. He was like, that's, I know her. And I think it was several thoughts going through his mind. Like, okay, am I going to lose this job because I know a contestant? Is it, if he's straight, are people going to think I'm gay because because, people are like that. And then it was like, why you look like that?
It was very much, you could tell he never met Tamara. So they
right.
kind of threw him. But yeah, Tamara did such a great job. And then we also got to see the eliminated queens in the video. I thought that was fun. Except for Cara.
I know.
But they mentioned they mentioned last episode that Cara was sick. So, this is literally the next day after, so it makes sense that Cara's not there again.
Right, because I was like, that really sucks Cara's not there. Because I know Cara would have turned this out too.
She would have ate this up.
She would have turned it out, and then Rue would have had to reconsider, like, maybe I shouldn't have got rid of you.
But we love Cara in this house. We stay in Cara. Whoop, whoop. If you ever decide to step back on any stage, whether it be Versus the World, Global, there's rumor that they're going to switch it up and do a UK All-Stars instead of doing another Versus the World after the one that's from the air. Whatever. If you decide to come back in any capacity, I will be there. If you're going to be at DragCon next year, I will be there. Front row.
So will I.
Immediately. Because I purchased my ticket when I got paid, so it is official. LaCresha's already working on hers, so we will be there. Both of us will
and
be
I got the
time.
VIP experience, so I'm like, yes,
we'll both.
You don't have to go any early by yourself.
That means we got to get there on time and not 30 minutes after the VIP started.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look, it'll be better because you won't get to go in by yourself, and I won't have to wait in line by myself awkwardly.
It's okay. I'm excited for next year. A lot of people are upset that it's happening in July. They're like, it's going to be hot. I'm like, baby, I'm from Texas. Whatever happens in California I can handle that.
Cool in July.
I'm going to say, I can handle, as long as I got that AC on, I can handle. I'm from Texas. In July, we're at 110, 115. I can handle 90. Shoot.
Nope. The only challenge will be for me is that's like a couple weeks before school starts.
But yes, I'm super excited for DragCon next year. Tickets secured. We're gonna. Everything else is gonna get secured. Coming up, we have to set the official dates because I might go a little sooner than she go. But then again, we're gonna find that out later. But
well, I mean, it's gonna be July. I ain't got nothing going on unless I do summer school, and I don't even know what summer school is looking like.
Yeah. But yes, we get to the main stage, and the eliminated queens are there, minus Cara. And I really enjoyed this final moment. And I have to say something, Miss Banksy, she was back there serving.
Okay.
Like, I wasn't expecting her to be back there giving us the 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm like, okay, Banksy.
She was off like just like half a millisecond. But other than that, she was
like, Kate was back there giving. I was like, okay, Kate. Okay, Kate. Dee, of course, Dee was. We know Dee's a performer, darling.
Y'all.
Darling. Yeah, but this was so good. This was so good. Like, I loved it. So the final category is drag eleganza, best drag, but she also said dripping in jewels. So I'm like, I imagine this is probably one of the runways they didn't use, and she's like, oh, we'll just make it their grand finale, dripping in jewels.
Yes.
Even though I feel like their grand finale should be, there shouldn't be a limit to it, but okay, dripping in diamonds, jewels, whatever she said. But we get to see all of the eliminated queens. Up first, we had Alexis St. Pete. What did you think of this look?
I'm not really a fan. Like their proportions are like all out of whack in this outfit.
I don't mind the proportions, but I do agree I don't like this look. Moving onwards to Miss Naomi Carter. Yes. Like, Miss Naomi, I didn't know you could do this.
Right? She was like, you didn't let me show you.
Yeah, we didn't let you show us. And apparently
that's
that knee or that ankle, whatever it was that got messed up, you see it's better now because she in them heels.
Like, what was it? Germany? They were like, how come you didn't show us this drag? Because you kept making us make clothes.
But yes, she looks good. Looks good. Up next is Banksy. Oh my god, I love this.
Yes.
I love every piece of this fly. Like, this is just...
Bird.
This is a French fly. Okay?
French fly.
This gave me very French fly. What did you think of Banksy's look?
I thought it was an ant.
She said it was a fly during her runway.
Oh, I thought it was an ant. You know what? Because somebody commented ant.
One of the judges made an ant pun. Yeah.
Yeah.
Moving on to Vicky Vivacious.
Yes, darling.
I'm going to let you go first on this one.
Outside of the body stocking, I really liked it.
I'm glad
but apparently you did not.
I'm glad one of us. I'm glad one of us likes it. I didn't particularly care for it. Like, it's nice. Like, I'm not gonna say it's just the ugly. Like, I would still give it a 2.
Right.
Like, it's nice. I just wished it touched the floor. The blush and the lipstick
is too much.
It's not giving what the outfit is giving. It's like we're looking at two different things. The face and the body aren't matching.
Right, because the body is giving Met Gala and the face is giving concert at the Rose Bowl.
Yeah. I do like the wig though. So like, I don't hate it. Like I said, it's still a 2,
Right.
but it's just like it could have been just a little bit better for me.
You like the look, you just wish it was elevated.
Up next is Kate Butch, looking stunning. I do feel like this is a hair too big. She probably lost some weight while she was there.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I really enjoyed this look. I love the hat. Like, this was good for me. What did you think?
Mm-hmm. This is very like 1950s Scarlett O'Hara to me.
Mm-hmm.
Like I do enjoy it. Not necessarily the color of the hat, but I do love the color of the dress.
Moving onwards to D-Delicious. Oh my god.
Oh my
I'll let you go
gosh.
first. I'll let you go first on this one.
I love this. I don't care how you feel about it. I love this. I loved every little inch piece, everything. This was the 2000s Marilyn Monroe Diamonds Are Girls' Best Friend dress.
I loved this look. And then Dee Dee also did something
Look,
different with her makeup as well. Like this
it's elevated,
this checks every box for me. I love the silhouette. I
right?
love the gown. I love the puffiness, the faux fur. I'm gonna say faux fur.
Mhm.
I just this all worked for me. Like this is my favorite out of
Yeah.
the whole episode. This is my favorite. Like
Yes.
Dee Dee did this. I want one, but
Mhm.
like in that peachy orange color. That's what color I want it in.
Ooh. Yes, the peachy color would work well.
Oh, I love it. Dee Dee, Dee Dee. She's like, I
You
may have
didn't
went
have to
home
do it.
last week. I may have went home last week, but let me show you. I was ready to give it in this
Let me
finale.
show you what you missed out on.
My gosh. And now we have our top 3. Up first, we have Ginger Johnson. I like this look.
I didn't like this look.
You know, a lot of people were like, I can't believe she wore pants for the finale. But at the same time, you also got to remember they were given the prompt dripping in jewels. So this probably
Right.
wasn't her initial plan for the finale, but you had to follow the prompt. I personally do
Mhm.
not mind it.
Mhm.
I thought it was good.
Um, even in that context of, they had to follow the prompt. It still doesn't resonate with me.
And then,
But
that's just
then
your
again, that's
opinion.
just
Yeah, we all have it.
exactly. But then again, that's just my personal opinion. Like taking the fact that this is the finale out of the equation, and that you're just focusing on the prompt.
I wish she would have wore a black shoe. That new shoe does throw me off.
Something. I think it's the high water pant.
See, I like it. I like it. I like it.
I don't know, just something about because it looks more matador to me, and for some weird reason, that's
That
just
was her
not elegant.
reference.
Yeah,
Listen, that was the
I don't
exact
know.
reference.
It's not translating to me, unfortunately.
It happens. Up next is Michael
Yeah.
Maruli. Now,
Michael Maroon.
Miss Michael. Yes, ma'am, you were close runner-up for my favorite look this week. A very
Yes,
close. This is
yes,
amazing.
definitely.
This
Yes,
is gorgeous. This is breathtaking. I loved every piece of this. What did you think?
I I loved it too. Like it made me sit up. I liked it so much.
Like this is drag. Okay?
This is
This is
right.
drag. And then last we have Tamara Thomas.
I really wish she wouldn't have wore those sleeves. I think it would have been really elegant without the
The
sleeves.
sleeves is the only part I like. You notice she had to lift her dress to be able to walk in it.
It's heavy.
Every time you see her walking, she's lifting that dress. And I don't know. It just This is the second time we've seen a look like this on the same runway.
Mm-hmm.
And I just don't think neither one of them hit the mark here.
And and the it's the same read with the makeup and the shoes, but I'm assuming she wore the black shoes to go with the black bolero. But
Yeah.
I don't like the bolero with this outfit.
And that's the
I
only
think
thing I
if
like
it,
about the outfit.
I don't like the bolero. I think
Mm-hmm.
if she would have shortened it
Uh-huh.
to be thigh height, I think she really would have rocked it without the sleeves. And it's still, it to me, if it had been shorter, it would have read Tamara to me still, because this does not necessarily mean this doesn't resonate with me as far as it being Tamara Thomas, other than the fact that it's nude.
Mm-hmm. So we have our top three here. You know what? I'm glad every screenshot of RuPaul has been a little off. Because why are we still asking this question? What would you say to a 4-year-old Donald? I skipped through it. I ain't gonna lie to you. I skipped through it. If you watch my reaction, I skipped straight through this. No. I'm sick of it. I hate it. Now, if I get on this stage, will I do it? Yes. Will I be sarcastic as hell while doing it? Most likely.
Yeah.
But I can't watch no more.
4-year-old Desmond.
What would you say? I think I have a picture of me when I was like 3 or 4. What would you say to 3-year-old Desmond? Don't send that picture to RuPaul. But moving on, we go after deliberations. We are welcomed by our formal reigning queen, because we have a new reigning queen now, Danny Beard. What did we think of Danny's look for her
Farewell.
passing the crown moment?
I liked it.
Oh, I like this.
Yes.
I love how high the shoe is too. I'm like, all right,
Mm-hmm.
I see you. And I love how they got her a little throne. I'm like, okay, I like that. I like that very
Mm-hmm.
much so. I like
Only
this.
thing I don't like is the crown.
I love the crown. That's her actual crown.
I know. It looks better than the one they have now, though, because the one they have now, that thing is ugly.
Your face is ugly. How about that?
You know what? And that is perfectly fine. Somebody somewhere likes it.
Just the mess. All right, so we have our top 3 here. And RuPaul made her decision and decided that Tamara Thomas will not be lip syncing for the crown. Do you agree with this decision?
Yeah.
I agree with it to an extent, because I think I would have done it too. I'd have been like, Michael and Ginger did the best overall this season. They show lip sync for the win. But at the same time,
Right.
Tamara really nailed this final challenge.
Yes.
So, like, yeah, I would have cut it down to 2, but I thought RuPaul was going to make all 3 of them lip sync because Tamara did so good in this final challenge.
Mm-hmm.
But she was like, no, we're down to our final 2. And we have a top 2 of Ginger Johnson and Michael Maruli. I'm not going to lie, this is probably the top 2 I've seen from the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no, not so much Ginger, because I didn't see it for Ginger until when they won that group challenge. I think that's when Ginger really started to shine. And like from there on, I'm like, oh yeah, Ginger's finna take this. But like Michael walked through the door and I'm like, oh, I could see Michael in the top 2.
Right.
I thought Cara was gonna be there, but hey.
Facts.
Shoot. But alright, I guess.
She started to stumble and got in her head, and it just kind of went.
No, RuPaul played in her face.
And then RuPaul played in her face.
Because I agree with that first bottom 2. Yeah, put her down there. But that second one, that should have been Dee Dee and Tamara. It should have. And I'll stand 10 toes down on that. But anyway, we lip synced to A Little Respect, performed by Erasure. First of all, this is my first time hearing this song. And I loved it. I added it to the playlist. And it got added to the playlist. It got added to the playlist, honey. I'm finna be bumping this. And I love when the final lip sync is a fun song. Because
Mhm.
sometimes they'll throw that ballad in there at the end, and I'm like, I'm
Mhm.
glad there was more of an upbeat, fun song. And from my understanding, it was a big song in the UK. So I'm like, okay, well,
Mhm.
I love that they got this for the finale. And baby, the judges love this song too. Baby, I thought RuPaul
Okay.
was getting ready to get on that stage there for a second. Be like, oh, let me show y'all how it's done. Hold on. Because, baby, her and Michelle were just really over there. I'm like, all right, y'all better. Y'all Americans, y'all better. I love it.
Hmm.
Love it so much. I will say this, though. During this final lip sync, I do think Michael performed better.
She did.
Now, I do agree with the winner, but
Mhm.
I do think Michael ate this final lip sync up. I do think. I think I still would have gave the crown to Ginger, but
Mhm.
yeah, I gotta let Michael know she ate that last lip sync up. And if it was just on that last lip sync, she could. Honestly, we've seen it before. It happened with Precious Paula Nicole, because she got into that final lip sync and wore Marina out. Wore her out, honey. I was like, oh wait, I didn't expect that from Paula. And she
Hmm.
won. So like, but honestly, this is another season, and I have to say this about season 4 as well. Either one of them could have won, and I would have been happy.
Hmm.
Like
Yeah.
with Cheddar and Danny, either one of them could have won, and I would have been happy. Honestly,
Right.
I was pushing for them both to win last season. I think that would have been a perfect time to do another double win, especially since there's no prize money. just being honest, there's no prize money, so
Right.
yeah, give them both. But in this particular case, I really do think Ginger just completely dominated this season.
Mhm.
And RuPaul announced that Ginger is the winner of the 5th series of RuPaul's Drag Race UK.
RuPaul's Drag
RuPaul's Drag
Race.
Race. Do we agree with Ginger winning the season?
Yeah. I was okay with it.
I
Like
agree.
towards the end, I was like, oh, okay, I think Michael's gonna take this, and then it was just kind of like, no, I'm pretty sure they're gonna give it to Ginger,
Yeah, like I
and they
stated
did.
earlier, either way, I would have been happy. I just
Like
know.
I knew tomorrow. As soon as they started comparing badges, I knew tomorrow wasn't gonna get it.
um, but Michael's another one. If Michael decides to hop back on one of these stages in a few years,
Hmm.
y'all better be on y'all A game. Let Michael
Hmm.
Maruli walk through that door. Shit. Michael is so good. I can see her being pulled to do the American All Stars, kind of like how Jimbo and the Vivian were pulled in. I can see Michael
Hmm.
being pulled in for American All Stars. I can see it. Like, there's a handful of international queens I can see being pulled into American All Stars, and she's one of
Hmm.
them. She's definitely one of them. So we see her officially passing the crown to Ginger Johnson. She
Yes.
won. Woo! She's a winner.
Woo!
She's a winner, babe. And I
Yeah,
was so
baby.
happy they played the beginning when she won. I'm like, did they hear me last week? Because, I said if I ever were to win, I want them to play This Is the Beginning of the Rest of Your Life. Boom, boom, boom. But yes.
But we've had enough queens interact with us, I think.
Yes. But I think this is a great place for us to wrap things up. So, LaCresha,
Mhm.
where can they find you on social media?
You can find me at Cresha McGill. That's CRESHAMCGILL on all social media.
And you can find me in the club, pocket full of bud, mama. But if I'm not there, you can find me on all social media platforms at Simply Desmond. That's SIMPLYDESMOND. Thank you so much for spending a piece of your day with us. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see y'all later. Bye.